Hey everybody, welcome back to day 5 of my 30-day video challenge. Today we are doing henna. I love henna. Ladies, if you have not, and gentlemen, but ladies particularly, if you have not experienced doing henna on yourself or having someone do it on you, it is one of the most wonderful and ancient and beautifying self-care things I know to do ever. I have been doing this since I was in high school. I have been drawn somehow, some way, to Indian culture, ancient Indian culture in particular, and so I had an Indian phase in high school, and it really never left. Can you tell? Anywho, so today I just wanted to share this with you because I would really encourage you to get your own henna. They sell it in cones. I got these off of wish.com. Very cheap. The thing about these cones, though, if you don't make it yourself, it can be irritating to sensitive skin, particularly sensitive skin. Mine is kind of in the moderate level. It's sensitive to some things, but in general, it's pretty okay. But if you're, you're particularly sensitive, like I've worn theater makeup and stuff, and it only barely breaks me out, or do anything like that. Spirit gum, all that stuff is okay, So if you know that you're particularly sensitive, boom. So here we go. Henna is actually a plant. If you didn't know that, henna is a plant. It comes from the ground up leaves of the henna plant, which is also known as Lawsonia intermiss. I wrote it down so I could tell you guys. It's actually the only one in its genus. So it's a very special plant. And basically it grows in those areas, northern Africa, Egypt, India, along that, sort of area across the world. And it has been, like I said, used since antiquity to beautify women in particular. Men use it too, but in particular to beautify women. And honestly, it is just sitting here. I mean, I've been doing this, for the past 20-25 minutes, because if I sat here and did this the whole way and showed you all the whole time, we'd be here all damn day. But that's one of the things I really like about henna too, in a way, is because it's like you have to set time aside to do henna. Like you can't, even with this fast dry henna, that's the sensitive, no for sensitive skin, but which I have a recipe for making henna, because you can buy the henna powder just plain, and then you add lemon juice. I boil up some either instant coffee or black tea and put in some cloves with it and stuff like that, and you get that all boiled up and you get a liquid like that, and you start adding it to your henna powder until it becomes basically like a toothpaste. And then what people do is they put it in plastic bottles or in a cone like this. You can just baker's cone. The Ziploc bag cone trick works great for this too. Stuff like that. So it's actually not too terribly hard to make. You do have to let it sit for at least an hour, if not overnight, preferably overnight, because what you're doing is you're allowing the dye that's natural in the plant to impart itself into the liquid, state. And so what happens is as I've been kind of like doing this right here, and basically you just paint as if you would decorate a cake. You can practice. What I used to do is I used to actually draw these patterns on paper. There's lots of patterns online, lots and lots of patterns online that you can copy and practice with. I would suggest, if it's your first time, copying and practicing maybe a couple of times on paper, just because your hand is uneven and you're not used to drawing with a cone, and you want it. I know everyone wants to have something pretty, and of course, if you were to look really close up, there are some serious inconsistencies in this thing. But let me tell you, when you're looking at this whole beautiful product at the end, no one's gonna notice but you. So, like Vanessa says, the good is good enough, right? So, also very, very good here. But this, literally, I could sit here. You sit here for, you could sit here for hours and just do this on yourself. You could do it on your feet. It's best to do it, I don't say best, but it shows up best on the palms of your hand and on the soles of your feet. and along also the inside and outside edges of your feet, because that is where your skin is the thickest. Because what's happening is, sorry, we're getting back around, is the plant is imparting its natural dye into the first and second layers of your skin. So first layer, of course, is the one that's like most dead and it's about to come off anyway. So don't let that scare you. It's not like a tattoo. Well, I mean, it is kind of a tattoo. It's temporary. But that's kind of the fun of it, because you could literally give yourself a new tattoo every month. Which, for people like me, is like, ah. So, I've already spent 5.5 minutes trying to explain this stuff to you guys. But, it's wonderful. I love doing it. I love sitting here and doing it. I love having henna parties. That's traditionally, like, huge in Indian culture, is henna parties, particularly when you get married. It's just, like the ladies get around and they do henna on one another and they eat sweets and they talk shit and just, it's fantastic. I mean, who doesn't love that? So I'm going to keep on keeping on here, because or else we'll be here all damn day. But I will make sure to give you guys an update tomorrow. And I'll show you what it looks like all peeled off and everything. Because as you can see, it actually is... Ooh, my hand's shaking because it's cold. Let me tell you. The henna actually works by taking the heat from your body and processing it, like you would a dye when you're dyeing fabric or something. You need the boiling water, the heat. So it's kind of neat, because it makes whatever you're working the henna on actually cold, because it's stealing the heat from your body, which is weird. But I love it. And the energy of henna, just the smell of it too, is like, I don't know, I love it. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Dagnabbit. Anywho, I'll show you guys. Oh yes, because it's uneven, that's actually the paste, and so it will dry flat when it's ready to go, and then you peel it off. And so I'll show you the results of that tomorrow. Emma has actually challenged me to do a Facebook Live on something, and so that is what I will do tomorrow, is I will do a Facebook Live at some point during the day or evening, and I hope to see you lovely people there. If you like this topic and you want to do more henna and see me do more henna or talk about it or whatever, like or subscribe down below, or subscribe. I'm going to have my group up soon. Which is for all artistic people and bringing art and creativity back into your life, and balance, and doing stuff for yourself like this. So I'll see you guys there. Such a long video. Thank you for sticking with me. I love you guys. Bye.